handy now. Hello and welcome to THFC Till I Die. Excuse me, the home of Tottenham, past, present, and exciting future as we reach day 4 of the winter transfer window. And this is THFC Till I Die transfer roundup show where I'll go over all the news I've been given today and all the little bits we put in earlier in the show at 4 o'clock. So it gives you a complete roundup of what we know, what I know, and what will happen and what won't happen, and try to sort of dig through the truth of the stories, what's true, what's not true, what's a little bit for porky pie, and what is a red herring. So look, we'll start off there, but look, let's see who's joining me at midnight. I know it's a late hour, but I'm glad some people are joining me. Big up to everyone. Please hit that like button, subscription button. Also, pick up your memberships if you haven't got one, and also send in those super chat or super sticker. It does help us grow. It does help the channel move forward as we keep doing what we want to do. Big up to Jazz Fusion, a member. He says, Dragon is his ass to Napoli. That is not true. I'm telling you that now, Jazz. I know that's not true. And anyone that thinks it is true, well, they're a bit behind the times, because Napoli already came out on Sunday and said they've walked away from the deal. I announced it here on the show. I think it was Monday. I announced it. I got it somewhere. I'll bring it up tomorrow. That Napoli have walked away from the Rudu deal. So it isn't true. It isn't. Napoli haven't got the money anyway. Napoli are also in for Højbjerg as well, which I don't know, but we will get into that because Juventus are after Calvin Phillips as well. So we'll get into that later. But big up Jazz Fusion. That is so true. So good, Danielle. Good morning, Dermot. How are you doing? How are you doing the stream and not sleeping? It's outrageous. I would be fast asleep now. Thanks for the effort you put in. Look, we were doing the roundtable discussion earlier, guys, and this is generally a pop-up stream. And I didn't get out what I wanted to get out because I had my young lads in hospital, so I was on the phone to him quite a lot, and also on the phone to my sources that I use and trying to get all the news for you. So I thought, well, I'll tell you what. I wasn't much on the show earlier. I'll tell you what, I'll come on later on and give you a roundup, guys. And don't forget, tomorrow there will be a predicted lineup. I think tomorrow about 4-ish, that'll be going live for you members to watch the team that we may pick for Burnley. So let us know that. But big up Daniela, always a big supporter. Always love to see you in the chat. It always is. We've got Mr. Carl the True Simpson. Day 4, Groundhog Day. Let's hope day 5 is better. So do I. I'm in London, so it's just gone midnight. Coys, Ange better play the strongest possible team he possibly can. I think he will tomorrow. So don't worry about that, Daniela. Carl Simpson, it's all about getting more money from Spurs. Yes, it is, Carl. Between the agent and the news, I can swear a bit now, which is good. Between the agent and the football journalists that are downright lazy, putting out false claims or false information. It's ridiculous. And it is all about getting more money out of Spurs. We all know the Italian clubs are not they haven't got money to spend. Daniela said if he rotates the squad and puts average players in, then I'd be fuming. I don't think he will, Daniela. I don't think he can do. I really don't think he can do. I don't think he can afford to be fair. I'm just outside London, Daniela. Well, yeah, nice. I used to live in Hertfordshire, so then I moved over to the lovely back home to Ireland, which I did. Best thing ever done. Best thing ever did. Carl, I'm not there. I'm here in Cash Plus Player Degenerate. Then Salami is more interested in that than haggling with Levy. Yeah, it is. It is. I do agree with you, Carl. Jazz. And then Daniela is saying, at least you're not in London, Carl. It's crap weather here. Yeah, it's been crap here as well. But let's get on with it, guys. Let's get on with it. Okay, look, I'll start with the Rudu deal. The Rudu is still progressing. It is getting there, but it will be done. That's what I'm being told. It will be done. You're looking at probably early next week for it to be announced, but it will be done. So we've got that coming through. Now, City are looking at Pedro Porro in the summer to replace Kyle Walker. This is now, these are one of the stories that the silly season. these are one. Excuse me. These are one of the stories. It's like silly season in Formula One, where drivers are moving to other teams, but there's no damn well chance of it happening. It ain't happening. This, I tell you one now. Keep looking, City. City can. Big up to Eltel Cockerell. Evening, Dermot. Good morning, Eltel Cockerell. Carl Simpson. We had a lot of plays we can offer out. Yeah, exactly. Daniel, City can F off and keep looking. Too right, guys. Too right. As we went through earlier, yesterday we announced this 2 days ago. Actually, Sancho to Dortmund is done. That loan deal is now complete. So now he's going. Jordan Sancho is going all the way back to Germany to play for Dortmund. So that's done. Also a done deal is also Teleo Kia. He's now going to AC Monaco. Deal now agreed as club exchange documents overnight. Kia will travel for a medical later today, which I think he will pass absolutely no problem. It's a loan deal worth 500,000 fee with a buy clause become mandatory for 11 million. All details now approved by West Ham. So that is now done. I should get myself a little hammer and try to do hammer whenever deal's done, just the hammer goes down. That deal's done. Now, Brentford actually have now got their first signing in of this winter window, €4 million for the young Turkish talent, US Emir Konak. He's now joining from Turkey, so he's now $4 million deal done. And also Luton winger Andreas Townsend has signed a long-term contract with the Premier League club Luton Town. Townsend, 32, moved to Kenilworth Road in October on a short-term deal until January after his departure from Everton. Really pleased with that. Really pleased for the player, as me and Philip discussed earlier. Really over the moon with that. So good thing for him. And Thomas Frank announces Brentford have no plans to sell Ivan Toney in January. Now, there's slightly differing things in the roundup and the news I got after that show early at 4:00 finished, which I couldn't show you tonight. Now, why I'm going over the 4:00 news is just to give you a bit of a roundup of what's happened, guys, from there, in case you weren't around at 4. So it gives you more, gives you more of a thing that if you missed it, this is what this show is all about. Thomas Frank announced Brentford now plans to sell Ivan Toney in January. Yes, he's staying. He is a Brentford player, says Frank. I can't see why we would sell him. I would love to have him here for a longer time. It needs to be an unbelievable price, so he will stay here. So that's that. Now, let's crack on with the news I got after. And also going across the bottom of my screen as well, guys, as Carl Simpson here very puts it. I would imagine if we could get Jota to lower his wages or Al Ittihad to subside some of the wages. Now, breaking news, official talks with Al Ittihad have begun for Jota, hearing this deal could happen quick once the price is agreed. I'm hearing they're going to buy him. I don't think it's a loan deal. I think it's a permanent deal. I think Al Ittihad want to get rid of him. So I think this will be an easy deal to do to myself. Now, Colin Gallagher. Now, there was rumors that we stated that a couple of days ago a deal was very close. A deal was very close, but the player himself did not want to move. Colin Gallagher has made it clear he wants to stay at Chelsea. Despite interest from Tottenham Hotspur, Todd Bowley wants to sell high-profile players. Now, this is going to be the problem here, guys, with this one. Look, they're going to offer, he wants to stay. Chelsea need to get rid of him. Because of FFP. So I think this will go on and on all winter, all January. And I think deadline day, we may see a resumption of this one way or the other. I think Callow will come to Tottenham. I think he will be a Tottenham player, either in the winter or definitely in the summer. I can see him doing that. But either way, he will be at Spurs next season. I'm fully convinced of that, and I've been told it will happen. So, look, I'm putting my neck on the block and say it will happen. Now, Kylian Mbappe. Now, I think this is great. Actually, it gets a lot of bad press, but fair play to him for this. Now, Kylian Mbappe has given up his loyalty bonus of 80 million at PSG, which could rise to around 100 million. However, if he extends his contract, he will recover all the bonuses and get a large signing on bonus. Now, as far as I know, on the 1st of January, that 9 offers went into Mbappe. Now, of course, the Real Madrid, probably the big clubs. Now, I know Liverpool were probably one of them. Arsenal was the other one. Tottenham can't afford them, so we're knocked out of the park. But where do you think, guys, he'll end up? Do you I think he'll end up at Real Madrid. I think it's the only place he wants to go. He's admitted tonight that he misses playing with Messi. So where does that give him option? Does he go to the MLS to play with Messi out there? I doubt it. But I think Real Madrid will be his final resting place, final playing for his next lot of his career. Do you know? I have to wait and see, but let me know, guys, what you think. Right, I'll go through the chat, see what people are saying. We've got Carl City, Man City can stick it right up their ass. We're going to become Premier League force. Of course, we are. We've got Daniela. Is there a good chance we get Jota from? I think it will come. I think Jota will come to Spurs. From what I'm hearing, once the deal is agreed, then it will just happen very, very, very quickly. So we have to see what happens there. But in my opinion, I think it will happen. Exactly, Carl. We've got Louis Chill Music. Big up. He says, Diana, just Jota is massive wages, so it depends. I think he will drop his wages, A, because he wants to play football, and B, the Ange factor as well. With him playing with Ange up in Celtic, I think that will have he want to play under him again. He got the very best out of him, and we need a left-sided midfielder at Tottenham at the moment with Son away in the Asian Cup. So I think it will happen, but it all depends. You are right, Luke, on his wages, but I think he will come down. I think there will be sort of compromise all the way in this. Jazz Fusion having hear good things about. Yeah, I have too. I'm very sort of annoyed in a little way that we didn't go for him ourselves, but it's a good buy for Brentford. They've got a good player there, and I think he will make a mark in the Premier League. Definitely, Jazz Fusion, agree with you there. Daniela, no, not Hammers, Dermot. Hammers are horrible, especially the ones in the claret and blue. Yep, I couldn't agree with you more there, Daniela. I would imagine if we got Jota to lower his wage or Ella, I think that might be the way. But what I'm thinking also that it may be a permanent deal, Carl. Look, me and Carl used the same sort of source. We've got the same connections. So I don't know if Carl can get something on this, but what I'm hearing is might be a permanent deal, not a loan to buy. It may be a permanent one on Jota. So we have to wait and see what happens. Look, he would have to lower his wage. There's no way. We can't match the wages Saudi Arabia are given at the moment. But, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Well, I love him at Tottenham, though. Daniel goes, it'll be good if we do get Jota from El Attihad, and he and Ange have a fantastic bond. I imagine he will play very well on the Postecoglou. I'm telling you, Daniela, he really, really will. We've got Jota would have to lower his wage a lot. I think he will. Player power, that's over Gallagher. I think there is brinkmanship at Chelsea at the moment, Jazz. I do agree with you on that. With players that they can't afford to keep playing the players what they were playing them, so that he's going to offer him a new contract with a lower wage. Now, if you're a football player with love for the club you're playing for, or you have a little bit of loyalty to the club you're playing for, that you then say, okay, I will take that. You're still on big money anyway. But will they do that? I doubt it. I think he will end up at Tottenham either in January or definitely in next summer. I think that deal will happen. Chelsea have Tagala to sign a new contract, but he needs to lower his wages, which are shit compared to the foreign players. Todd is desperate to push him out. He is. That's what I'm hearing as well, Carl. That's why I think this deal will be done either in January or most definitely done in the summer. I think this one will not go away. Daniela Cito says, Dermot, is it true that Foster contract has it that he plays every cup game? I'm actually not sure. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I will ask the question. I'll let you know tomorrow, Daniela. I'll put the question forward, but I honestly, I do not know. No, Daniela would never be a clause. I doubt it too, but I don't know. You don't know what goes in the contracts these days, guys. You really don't. Could he replace Salah at Liverpool? Who, Jota? Do you know what? If we got the Jota, if it's a Jota from Celtic, then possibly, yeah, I think so. But I think he want to play under Ange. I really do. I think he really do want to play under Ange. Oh, good. If Foster plays tomorrow night, then I'm worried. So am I. I will find out. Big up, Carl. Thank you so much. We've got Michael Cramelli. Haven't seen you before, but big up, Michael. Please hit the like button and subscription button, and please hit the notification bell for future shows on this channel. You've got to understand that if Levy gives in and pays 30 million for Dragodon, then his power to talk will see. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I do agree. And look, a lot of people slag Levy off for haggling over 5 million, but I think myself, I think any deal will be with add-ons on it. It'd be 25 million plus so many add-ons, like for appearances or stuff like that. So I think that's where it go. But I totally agree with you. Levy's got to stick to his guns. Stick to his guns. We've got Shane B as well. Big up Shane B. Haven't seen you before. Always do the same. Please hit the notification bell and the subscription button. I love to see Jota in the squad instead of Brian Hill. No, look, I like Gil Messi. I think he's got potential, but he needs to bulk up. He really does need to bulk up, but Jota would be an upgrade in them for definite, Shane. I definitely, and look, I'm a massive Celtic fan as well, so to see him up at Celtic was, if we get that player at Tottenham, boy, are we in for a treat. Mbappe, yep, as well. I don't know what you make of that, Jazz Vision. Let me know what you think of that. We've got Carl Simpson. Okay, there is talk with Jota. Let's check. Yeah, there is talks with Jota or a loan or permanent. Both offers are potentially on the table. Al Etihad want him to go permanently, but there would have to be a deduction on his 190,000 a week salary. I think there will be. I think there'll be a compromise somewhere along the line. Carl. And you know as well as I do, we both used to we'll go around in the same circles, if you know what I mean, Carl, for you and me for the information. So I think this deal, if this deal gets green lighted tomorrow, we may see it done over the weekend. We may see him announced over the weekend. Big up to Ines. Good morning. I know. And then we have Carl Simpson. Gill would be okay to get some money in. Yeah, I do you know what? I would love to put him out on loan to a lower Premier League side, like a Burnley or somewhere like that, and see how get games in the Premier League, and let's see what he does from there. I really will, Carl. But let me guys, what you think of that? Do you think that'd be a good move? Now we'll go back to the updates of the evenings. Now, what we've got here, we have Crystal Palace have firm interest in Eddie Ninike, but Arsenal have not indicated any desire to let him leave, so that it could be a 50-50. Bournemouth are set to send a bid for Lududu Quato, talented midfielder Oscar Zemerado. The intentional proposal will be a $5.5 million in order to sign the Ecuadorian midfielder. Bournemouth are working on it. This would be, watch this go. I think this will run, I think, over the next week or so. But this, I think that Bournemouth deal will be done. And I think he will be a Bournemouth player before the end of the window. As you heard earlier, not only Reguilón, but Jess Spence has returned to Tottenham following a loan spell at Leeds United. I think it's majority of mixture of injury and also attitude. Now, I know the guys were talking about it tonight about his attitude not great. He hasn't got a great attitude, let's be fair. But I think it's also injury as well on non-game time. So if I was Tottenham, I'd be looking to sell Jess Spence now. I don't think he's got a future at Tottenham, and I don't think we need him, to be fair. So I think Reguilón, who could be going to Bournemouth, Valencia, or Seville on loan or permanent deal, I think the same thing could be said for Spence as well, guys. But let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think. Would that be a good? Would you like to see Spence go? Would you like to keep Reguilón? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Now, Torres. Now, Vlahovic is not for sale. That is absolutely for definite. Vlahovic is not for sale. He won't be going anywhere this window. So, you know, so we have to see what happens. Maybe in the summer. Torres understands that a transfer in the winter is absolutely possible. Price valuation around 1 to 2 million euro. Contract until 2024. The 29-year-old central midfielder from FC Seville has many requests. Turkish team Bacchus and Wolves are interested. One to watch in the next week. So that one we will be keeping a very close eye on, guys. And then, of course, here we do have, just let me just check there. Yeah, okay. Manchester United. I go Manchester United, not expected. It's a 50-50 at the moment, but more likely of not happening. Brentford set a huge Ivan Toney transfer price as Chelsea and Arsenal and Chelsea consider player sales. It is understood both. Sorry, let me on the monitor. Keep it on, guys. Sorry about this. There we go. It's understood that both Arsenal and Chelsea would need to sell players and first in order to meet Brentford's 100 million asking price. And also, Arsenal have approached Everton to sign Amado Onana in this transfer window. The Toffees would demand a huge fee for the midfielder. Will Everton in financial plight as well? Will they take it? Will they sell him for a huge fee because they do need the money? And the last one here is Juventus director John Lantor says Calvin Phillips or Højbjerg. In this moment, we don't see any opportunity on technical and financial point of view. We're not forced to sign a new player. We only look for correct opportunities, and we can't see anything as of now. So, look, Napoli is supposed to be in for Højbjerg. So is Juventus as well. So let me know what you think on Højbjerg. Will he be here at the end of the window? If he is, then he needs to start putting in better performances for me. His performance against Brighton was unacceptable. And for me, I that's my opinion. I think it was truly, truly unacceptable. Well, let's go back into the chat, guys, before we round off this roundup stream. I love doing these roundup transfer streams with you guys. Absolutely love it. I got great satisfaction out and great fun out of doing these streams, and I love giving you all the latest. I love the transfer window. I love the buzz of it. I love the excitement. I love, I could go live at any minute with breaking news for you guys, and especially if it's Tottenham, as he makes it even more special. But as I said before, I will not. The only news I give you, if I know, is 100% true. I won't do any to this clickbaiting or putting up streams for clickbait. Never have, never will do. And I'm not like that. So any news you get from me will be 100%. And if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. So I'm always trying to be honest with you guys. We've got BNS. Burnley would be perfect for Gil Messi, rough and toughen him up a bit. Exactly, Ian. Absolutely spot on. I think it'd be a great move for him on loan. Or Palace, if Olsen goes in. That's actually a very good point as well, actually, from Shamu. So good point there for Shamu, Carl Simpson. Let's see what happens with Richie, as apparently there are 4 Saudi teams after him. I am personally torn as I backed him to get better, which I currently enjoy. Well, look, I'm is one of his biggest, how can I put it? Yeah, I haven't really been that fond of Richie, of his performances. But look, 5 goals in the last 4 games, or 4 goals that last 3 games. I can remember now. So we'll have to wait and see. But look, if a bid comes in, do you get rid of Richie, but you got to replace him with another striker? You've got to replace him with another striker. Absolutely. We've got good call, Charm. Yeah, Cham. That's very good. That's very good. Apparently, Leeds terminate loan. They did. As I said, for injuries and attitude. That's what I've been told. Yes, you have seen me before. I've even been on streams with you. Oh, okay. With you. I was a semi-regular on. Oh, that's where I saw you. Just between health and time. I've not been around for a good time. Well, big up, Shane. Hey, great to see you back, man. And I hope you're feeling better and doing well. If we don't have anyone lined up, then I don't see the point, Carl, says Shamu. Richie decision in the summer. I think so too, Jazz. I think that's when will go up. Take us long enough to get the stuff done. It does. But transfers do, guys. Transfers do take a long time to get done. You know that yourselves. Nothing is done overnight. We've got Ian saying, hey, Jazz Fusion. Hey, Ian, Happy New Year. You too, buddy. We've got Shamu saying, Garassi from Stuttgart, steal of a release clause, more or less keeping pace with Kane. Yeah, I've seen that. The iceberg on thin ice. He is on thin ice with me. Thin ice, Højbjerg, thin ice. Yeah, he really is. We should offer Højbjerg for a part exchange. Well, that is one of the options we've got, Carl. And there's a 25 million loan to buy obligation. So why don't we just do that? If he wants to leave, there's no point keeping an unhappy player within the squad. Just part exchanging for a player that we need. Jazz Vision, Will Perry, if he's here, he will be disappointed. We've got England Junior Carl. That's Carl in England Junior Carl. I've heard buying her in for. But I'll ask the question, Shane. I will ask the question. I haven't heard that, but I will ask the question. True Shamu, exactly Shamu. Lewis Ferguson from Bologna. Oh, that's a good. I'll put that name towards my person I speak to as well tomorrow, Shamu, for you. Let me know what's happening with him. What we're not going for Olsen. Look, I'll ask the question. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on that yet, guys. So I'll let you know. We've got Spurs Live. Big up, everyone. Big up, Spurs Live. Hope you're doing well. We've got Daniela Zito. Good night, Dermot Coys. I'm going for 1-0 versus Burnley. It'll be one of those games where we scuff many chances but take one. Maybe a goal from someone like Kulu or Johnson. Well, listen, please join us tomorrow. I know you will, Danielle, for the watch along. We are here at 7:15. I think it's 7:30 kickoff. I can't remember, but we are live tomorrow with the watch along. And big up the Spurs Live. Is to smash the subscription button. Thank you so much, Spurs Live. Very kind of you, sir. We actually read this today, Shamu, about Hijic split signed a strike for €1. Levy would be throwing at that. Yeah, he would be. Michael, big up, Michael. How you doing, sir? It says thoughts on Spence. Right. Spence, I think Spence has shot his bolt. I think his attitude, I think his reputation goes before him. We had a warning from Neil Warnock that this player had an attitude problem. Now, he knuckled down at Nottingham Forest for some reason. He knuckled down and he played his football and he had a good season with Forest and he did play well. Now, he was bought by the club. If it was a club signing or a Conte signing, we shall never know. But I think I think his attitude has got him into a lot of problems. So, look, for me, I think attitude, just get rid now. He's going to be too disruptive, I think, within that dressing room or within that in that first team squad. And I think Michael, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I think he needs to go. That's my opinion. Carl Simpson, it's all good. The management team are trying to get the bank card from Levy, private safe in his office. Levy is crying, refusing to give the code. He will give the code. He will give the code. I'm telling you, Carl. Don't think he'll be going. Just a good midfielder who's doing well this season, who I've been picking up in career modes for a bit. Yeah, I know what you mean, Shamu. Daniela, thank you so much. It's 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, so we'll be on a 7:45. Jazz Fusion. Spencer's the final verdict on Levy as a super scout. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We've got Snoop Spence. I like that from Shamu. We've got Owen as well. Big up, Owen. How are you feeling, sir? I hope you're feeding. Carl Simpson, you just in. There's a high-speed chase going on in North London. 2 go-karts management are chasing Levy through the city. Is Levy waving his credit card about Owen? Is that is that what's happened? Whatever Ange wants, I'm happy with. Exactly. I love Ange. I swear to God, though, if you cannot love that man anymore, I think there's a bit more you can fall in love with Ange Postecoglou. I don't know. He's something special. I think he's better than Poch. I think he has a better thing going than Poch did. I think Ange gets it. Ange gets the club. I know Poch sort of got the club, but I think Ange gets it a bit more. He's invested in the club, hook, line, and sinker. And like in his press conference, well, one trophy won't do this club. He's looking for multiple trophies. He wants to be the most successful Premier League Tottenham manager in the Premier League era, and be the 3rd most successful manager in Tottenham's history. Look, I'm really convinced he's going to do as well. Shane says, thoughts on Perisic going home? Look, fair play to him. I wish him all the success in the world. Perisic, he's been a good professional for us. And look, it's a good move for him. He wants to go home. Let him go home. So thank you, Ivan, for everything you've done for us. And look, we give you credit for the rest of your career. We've got Owen. Hi, Dermot. Hi, chat. Big up, Owen. Great to see you back again. I hope you're feeling better, sir. Daniela Zita. Thank you, Dermot. Good night. No, thank you, Daniela, for coming in and hitting that like button and hitting that notification bell. It means more to me than you realise. Carl Simpson. The funny thing is, I could see that happening. Yeah, so could I. Deserve to say, Shane, his family are Hijack fans. Yep, exactly. Plus, I want Hijack to beat Dynamo to the title. I think we all do in a way, Shamu. You got me supporting Hijack as well. So look, you got me into it now. We've got Michael. Could you do a best of 11 seasons so far? We are going to do that actually next week in the roundtable discussion. That is what we're going to do. So watch out for that. And we also got a show coming up, and not in this podcast this weekend, but in the podcast the following Saturday. We're doing the all-time Premier League Spurs 11 from 92 to 93 up to this season. And that substitutes, and that's the team and the manager. So we're going to pick everything from the manager to the team to the formation, everything. So watch for that. That should be fun. And I'm trying to get me and Philip, of course, will be doing it. I'm trying to get 3 other people on. So I'm trying to get Dave Harris onto it if he will do it. Trying to get Carl to come on if Carl will come on and do that. And also trying to get Mia to come on as well. So that should be a little bit of fun. Is it just me or is anyone else? I am a bit worried. I said this actually to a friend of mine the other day about Scuff. Now, I was told he was a smoker back in the day. So maybe this is no smoker's cough, but I am a little bit worried about it. But look, I hope he's all right and nothing happens to him. Lou Chili Music. Imagine disease when Andrew. I know. I tell you what, I'll be on the piss for the week. You will not see me for dust for a whole week. This channel will shut down for a whole week. I'll be on the piss somewhere in North London. I'll be doing drunken daily streams from some pub somewhere. That's what I'll be doing. Me and Philip Brady are both doing that. Philip Brady doesn't drink, nor do I, but we will be drinking that week. I'm doing great, Dermot. Thank you. Bandages off, and I look great. Thank you. I'm over the moon for you, sir. I am over the moon for you. We've got haha. He's always that grabber voice in. Probably is from Shelfams. Yeah, that's so true. We've got Ange here. I can't say it. Ange is definitely more in tune with the fans. Also, none of his blind defending. If we do shit, he just says that. Yeah, exactly. Let me know, guys, what you think let me know what you think in the chat. Who do you think gets Tottenham more? The Poch era or now Ange? Who do you think gets Tottenham more? I think Ange does. I might put that as a poll in the next stream. Who got Tottenham more? Got it ended how it did with Ivan. I liked him. So that some of the crosses he put in were immense. He was great to put on for 20 minutes to go. Really was. Shane, Ange now has managed 3 of my teams in the world football: Brisbane Roar, Yokohama, and the mighty Spurs. Yeah, well, he's done the mighty Celtic for me, and now the mighty Spurs. So look, he's a winner as ever he's gone, Shane. You know that yourself. It seems to have gotten worse though, Cham. Although probably right, doing more shouting these days. Yeah, it probably is. Doesn't help. Manager is Chris. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's excluded, Carl. He is excluded from the chat. What were your thoughts on Ange if he lose to Burnley? Nothing. Just I'll still be back in Ange. If we lose to Burnley, if Burnley play better on us on the day, then Burnley play better us on the day. It's a cup game. I won't be on this Ange out rubbish or this Ange out parade or this Ange out bandwagon. I'm still backing Ange. Ange will succeed at Tottenham. He will bring us glory. He will take us to the promised land. He can't do it all in one season. He's only been there 7 months. So if we win, brilliant. If we win the FA Cup this year, which I'm hoping we will, please bring it home. But if he does lose tomorrow to Burnley, then he loses to Burnley. You know, it's the FA Cup. It's the whoever wins on the day. That's what I love about the FA Cup. No team has a divine right to win every game in the FA Cup. You have to play your best to get into the next round. That's what the FA Cup's all. I'll be disappointed. Of course I will. I'll be devastated if we're good at the FA Cup. But Ange will get us there, Michael, which is, I can understand your question. But for me, I'll be still behind Ange all the way. Tomorrow's not on Ange. If we lose, it be on the players, not Ange. I think with Ange, he does a lot of shouting. By the time he gets to the press conference, his throat is done. Yeah, I think so too, Carl. Yeah, Shamu, the Van de Voo was the Queensland Roar then. Ange says, Lou, I'm a fan of it anyway, Carl. Easy for me, Paul, to understand. I get you. And then Daniela says, Ange, And then this is the start of a journey with Ange. The way he has started feels like a year early. Yeah, it does. I know you're getting that. And then depends who plays, to be honest. Not sure. Enoch wants starters risk. Well, I don't think Ange takes any notes what Mr. Levy wants. But listen, guys, that is the end of the THFC Till I Die Transfer Roundup show. Thank you all for joining me. It is now 25, nearly 20 to 1 in the morning. I am now going to bed to grab a few hours sleep. I'll be up early in the morning, putting all the work in for tomorrow because I've got a busy day tomorrow streaming. So we'll be back with you tomorrow with more bits and pieces. We've got the predicted lineup coming tomorrow. We've got our game thoughts as well. I'm doing in the morning for you guys, for all the members. And also, we're on the watch long tomorrow at 7:45. There will be a pre-recorded transfer show. If I get any more news, guys, I will bring it to you as well tomorrow. But listen, no one say big up to Danny Azito, big up to Erwin, big up to Shane. Cheers. DERMORTRON, we've got in, fingers crossed for some movement signings later today in Coys for Burnley. Exactly. Good night, everyone. Good night, Erwin. Listen, guys, thank you. Shern's gone for a 3-1 win. Dermo, going to get some sleep for the Cockerel Cock streams tomorrow. You fucking bastard. You fucking bastard, Carl. Every fucking time you get me. I don't know. Anyway, Carl will be there watching me make a complete holy show of myself doing the watch longs, getting all excited. And then if we are winning, I probably will start singing Spurs are on the way to Wembley. At some point, I will. Because Ange's knees are just gone all trembling. See you tomorrow, guys. Come on, you Spurs. And Big Ange, we trust.